Hey guys, and welcome to day 2 of my lifestyle changes that have helped my anxiety. So, this one isn't anxiety specific. For me, it kind of is just because anxiety is by far my biggest mental health challenge, but it's just kind of a mental health overall change. I don't know. I don't want to call it a tip because it's going to sound really silly and obvious, but something that I started doing was treating myself with extreme kindness. Um, and I mean like the kindness, the love, and the gentleness that I would treat a child with. I have started doing a lot of inner work that involves my inner child and a lot of shadow work and trauma processing and a lot of my personal anxiety, PTSD, manic depression, etc., is due to childhood trauma, and my inner child is a wreck. And so I have started to talk to myself as if I'm just talking to my inner child, because really I am. That's what we're all doing when we're talking to ourselves, because our inner child doesn't go away. It's this constant entity of, our want, our need, our desire to be taken care of and nurtured and loved and treated gently and with kindness. So I have started changing the way that I think, changing the way that I talk to myself. So, for example, if I make a silly mistake, like dropping something, spilling something, bumping into someone, losing something, I used to be really harsh on myself. I would say, God, I'm such an idiot. How could I do that? Look at all the trouble that I'm going to cause myself because of that. And while I may feel that way in a way, I am not helping anything in this situation by saying those things. So it's not going to help me pull myself up and clean up the mess. It's not going to help me find whatever I lost. It's just going to make me feel bad. So I have started catching myself. Now, I've gotten really good at this, where I catch myself every single time I say something bad about myself, and usually I won't say something bad in the first place. It was a long journey, though. It took a really long time, and I did have the benefit of having help from my partner. He would constantly, if I said something bad about myself, he would constantly be like, no, you're not stupid. No, you're not an idiot. No, you're not insane. And so I would say, you're right. I am not those things. I am silly and I've made a mistake. And it can be harder to catch yourself if you don't have somebody there to remind you how wonderful they think you are. But it is our jobs to remind ourselves how wonderful we are. And it's not really the job of anybody else. I am extremely fortunate to have had this helping hand. But as adults, we do need to take responsibility in recognizing our bounty of wonderful qualities. I don't know. I can't think of a better way to explain it than that. But do your best to, or I guess, no, I'm not here to give you advice. I'm going to just tell you how it's helped me. So, speaking to myself kindly has really, really changed my outlook on life in general. The kinder that I am to myself, the kinder I'm able to be to other people. But also, when I'm kind to myself and I learn to love myself, I have respect for myself. So I can be kind to people while also setting healthy boundaries. And it has been a big game changer for me. And it's very simple, very straightforward. And maybe something that could help you is just thinking about it a lot, because repetition works. That is something that my old choir teacher from high school, that's like the one thing that I really came out of high school remembering and having used throughout life and having it really benefit me, is repetition works. So if there's something that you want to remember, something that you want to incorporate into your life, repeat it over and over and over. This is something I use at work all the time, because as a server, I'm bouncing around to tables. People always want something from me. And I'll be running back to the kitchen going, I need a cup of soup, and I need a napkin, and I need a fork, and I need a cup of water, and I'll just go over it in my head. Napkin, fork, cup of soup, cup of water, napkin, fork, cup of soup, cup of water. And I usually remember everything that's on my list, or at least almost everything. Like, it's beneficial. Repetition works. So constantly tell yourself. In fact, don't even wait for yourself to be like, oh gosh, I'm such an idiot. You should just, throughout the day, say to yourself, I am a wonderful person. I am a person going through life and doing my best, and I am growing, and I can't wait to make myself into the person I want to be and offer all of the best of me to the world. Just say that to yourself all the time. Be so nice to yourself. The thing is, when you extend kindness to others, that can be used against you. Now, you should still extend kindness to others. We'll get to that another day. But you can be manipulated, you can be taken advantage of, but the only person in the world that you can ever rely on to never manipulate or take advantage of you is you. So don't hold back. Extend all of the kindness that you have in your heart to yourself all of the time. All of the time. Go overboard with it. If you feel like it's crazy, then that means that you need to do it more. Because we, in the end, are all we have. And that may sound grim, but it's not. Because we can be exactly who we want to be. We can be our very favorite person in the world. And then all of the time that we spend with ourselves, we're spending with our favorite person in the world. And then it's a good thing. So be so nice to yourself. Take yourself out on dates. Buy yourself chocolate strawberries. Send yourself flowers randomly for no reason that has a little note that just says, you're the most beautiful person that I've ever known. Be so nice to yourself all the time. Or don't. I didn't want this to turn into an advice thing. I'm just telling you something that works really well for me. Kindness to self. Auto-kindness. Self-kindness. I don't know. Words aren't my forte. I have all these ideas and then they kind of just come out like word soup. But I'm doing my best. And I'm such a great person and I love myself. See, it works. See? Oh, God, I'm doing so well. Okay, I think that's it. So you guys have a really wonderful day and thanks for watching.